Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in today. My name is Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. I am coming to you live from the YMCA on Huntington Avenue in Boston, Massachusetts. Here to bring you live coverage of today's high school varsity girls volleyball contest between the visiting Red Heifers of Gann Academy and the hosting Newman School Cardinals. It's a brand new season of Newman Cardinals athletics, and I'm so happy to be back here again. We're starting off our fall season coverage with some volleyball action. And we'll soon be getting this one underway. The Newman Cardinals girls volleyball team coming off an excellent season last year as they went from getting just one win in 2022 to 11 regular season wins in 2023 under the guidance of first-year head coach Samantha Schultz. After that 11-4 record, they went on to defeat Landmark in the IGC semifinals before finishing as the IGC runner-up behind Montrose. Then in the NEPSAC Class D tournament, they defeated Covenant Christian in a thrilling 5-set match, 3-2 in the first round, before losing to top-seeded Faith Christian Academy in the semifinals. So a lot to be excited for as we see the teams warming up, getting ready to get started soon. I wasn't able to get a roster for Gann Academy, but that's okay. We'll just narrate by jersey numbers as we do. And so let's take a look at the roster for the 2024 Newman School Cardinals girls volleyball team. Going in order of jersey number for Newman, first off, we have a sophomore, number 1, Charlotte Irwin. Next, we have another sophomore, number 2, Callie Brown. A sophomore, number 3, Addie Gordon. Next, we have one of 4 newcomers to the team this year, number 4, Vivian Strandberg. Next, we have a senior, number 5, Beatrice Poggy Rupnick. Another sophomore, number 7, Ruby Romer. Another newcomer to the team this year, number 8, Sasha Corey. A sophomore, number 11, Fedi Lopez. Another newcomer, number 12, Simona Patton. A senior, number 14, Alice Francis Chet. A senior, number 15, Maddie Parker. And one last newcomer. She's got a couple of different jersey numbers. When Newman wears their white jersey numbers, she's number 6. But today, in the red jerseys, her jersey number is number 22. That's Lore Perry Johnson. And as I said before, head coach of the Newman School girls volleyball team is Samantha Schultz. So that is the roster for this year's Newman girls volleyball team. Those of you who tuned in and watched my broadcasts of the team last year probably recognize almost every name I said. Like I said, 4 newcomers and only 2 graduated seniors last year. Granted, those were 2 big-time veteran leaders, played such a critical role in the growth of this program. Those 2 graduated seniors, Annabelle Pointer and Abby Mustafi. You know, they played a big role in getting this volleyball program off the ground and getting to the point where it's not only respectable but competitive within their division. And so it'll be interesting to see what they're able to do year 2 under the coaching of Samantha Schultz. We are scheduled for a 3 p.m. start time. Doesn't look like we're going to start on time as we're 2 minutes off from 3. But given that both teams are here, we're probably going to start pretty roughly on time, which I think is pretty good. Reminder, as always, if you end up enjoying this broadcast, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel to stay up to date on all my upcoming sports live streams. This is the first of 6 regular season games we have on the docket for Newman School Athletics, including 2 games for Newman girls volleyball and 2 more games apiece for boys and girls soccer. So be sure to stay tuned for those. Subscribing to the channel can help. And remember, if there's anything you'd like to say, I always encourage audience participation in the live chat. You know, you could say something as simple as "Go Newman" or "Go Cardinals," or maybe you want to give a shout out to a specific player. Maybe you're tuning in to watch a family member or a friend and you want to show your support in the live chat. Or maybe you want to let us know where you're tuning in from. Sometimes it can be fun to hear about people tuning in from different states or even different countries with these online live streams that can be watched all over the world. Or maybe on a more important note, you notice that there's a technical difficulty going on with the live stream. If you notice that, any problems with the audio or the video, please speak up and say something in the live chat. You never know. It may be something that I don't notice on my end, and it might be something that is an easy fix. And then, of course, if you notice me messing up anyone's names, then I encourage you to correct me on that pronunciation in the live chat, as I want to give these student athletes the best coverage I possibly can, and to me part of that does mean getting their names right. And of course, if you're not comfortable using YouTube's live chat system, or for any reason you're not able to access it, I don't think you can access it if you're watching on mobile, just because not enough room on the screen or something. So, you know, I don't know if that feature is available on the mobile version of watching YouTube. But you can also send me an email with any comments you would like to make. You can see my email down in the bottom right corner of your screen. Okay, so we do have a countdown on the scoreboard clock. I wasn't sure if we were going to have that. So you can probably see there just above the net, we got a little less than 12 minutes. So a little bit longer to go than I initially estimated, but that's okay. You know, 3 p.m. can be a tough early start time to aim for. And if we're starting at around 3:15, that's not that bad. Yeah, that's one of the things about volleyball is they tend to they don't ever really rush their warm-ups the way some other sports might. And part of the reason for that is it's an indoor sport. So, you know, unless their court time runs up against something else that's coming after them, then they really don't have any reason to rush things, because it's not like they're dealing with a limit on sunlight or anything like that. You know, some outdoor sports, if a team arrives late, they might, you know, rush their way through warm-ups just to get things going so they can get the game in before the sun goes down. But that's not something you have to worry about with indoor sports like volleyball. All right, we'll be getting this match underway soon. As you can see on the scoreboard clock above, just a minute left. All right. The two teams getting ready to take the court here. We start with the customary opening handshake. We see the Gann starters taking the court. I don't have names, so I'll just narrate by number. We got number 6, number 8, number 18, number 13, number 10, and one more that I can't quite see. Looks like number 2. Meanwhile, for Newman, there are 6 starters. Number 2, Callie Brown. Number 5, Beatrice Poggi-Rupnik. Number 4, Vivian Strandberg. Number 7, Ruby Romer. Number 11, Fedi Lopez. And one more. Number 1, Charlotte Irwin, rounding out the starters. Gann is going to have the first serve of the day here in set number 1. Number 10 getting ready to get us started. And here we go. The serve is taken by Irwin, and miscommunication on the follow-up. And Gann opens up with a service ace to get the game's first point. This serve, and it's off the side of the hands of Irwin. Back-to-back aces for Gann's number 10. And that serve drops in, misread, 3 straight aces. The Red Heifers off to a strong lead here, 3-0 in set number 1. This one is taken by Lopez, chased down by Romer, and it is successfully bumped over, and Callie Brown with a long distance bump kill. Let's see that one again. Good efforts just to get the ball over. And one of the big fundamentals of volleyball, you get that ball over the net and you give your opponent a chance to make a mistake. So Brown, after getting the kill, subs out as in comes number 3, Addie Gordon, to go on serve. Just short. And Gann goes back on serve, leading 4-1. It'll be number 2 on serve. That serve is another ace. Number 2 keeps the strong serving going for the Heifers. 4 aces to start this first set. That one flies long. Gann definitely aiming for deeper serves than what you typically see at this level, which is part of why Newman, the Newman receivers are playing farther up. And it's part of how Gann's been able to get aces to start. A couple subs checking in for Newman. Going on serve is Maddie Parker. Her serve received by the libero, number 40, chased down by number 2 and bumped, oh, not over. Couldn't get it over on the third hit. And the senior Maddie Parker gets Newman back on the board. And that serve just long. Parker checked in with her fellow senior number 14, Alice Francis Chet. And now Newman getting ready to receive the serve from number 13. This serve taken, I think, by Parker, sent over on 1, sent back on 1 by number 6 for the kill. Now we got a timeout called by Newman. Been a rough start to the first set for the Cardinals. Just a lot of mistakes on the receiving end. You know, these are the kind of hiccups you want to work out in the early stages of the season. And we'll see if head coach Samantha Schultz is able to settle her players down, get them a little more organized on the defensive side of the ball. Out of the timeout, number 13 for Gann, still on serve, leading 7-3. The serve, another ace, as Gordon was unable to get a clean return on that one. 5 aces here in the first set for Gann. This serve taken well by Gordon, tapped over on 2 by Romer, but bumped over by 10, taken by Parker, set by Romer. Lopez, the spike, dug out by 13, over the net cord, it's taken by Lopez, set by Romer. Rupnick, the spike, and it goes wide. That was the best sequence that Newman has had, and they put together a nice rally, but again, you stay in a point long enough, you give your opponent a chance to make a mistake, and that's what Gann did there. This serve could not be dug out. It's another ace for 13, her second. 6th for the team. This serve taken by Lopez, set by Romer, bumped over by Rupnick. Taken by 2, set by 10. The spike over is received by Gordon, followed up by Romer, and punched over the net cord by Fede Lopez. First spike kill of the day for the Cardinals. As you can see, it just went over the net cord, an almost sideways angle, and it worked out perfectly. Serve from Rupnik, received and sent over on one, punched back on one, and that's a kill. Great hit by Ruby Romer, usually the setter, but well hit, good reaction. Rupnik serve, it's taken awkwardly but followed up by 40 and bumped over. Received by Rupnik, set by Romer, tap over by Francis Chet. It's received and bumped up by 40, bumped over by 10, taken by Parker, set by Romer. Rupnik, the spike, couldn't get it over. The serve from number 8, and it went over the head of Francis Chet, and she was expecting someone to be behind her to take that one, but it was just barely over her head, and so that drops in for an ace. 12-5, the Heifers lead. This serve taken by Francis Chet over on 1, bumped up by 10 and bumped over by 18, taken by Rupnik, set by Romer. No, tap by Francis Chet is blocked. Francis Chet recovers it, followed up by Lopez, bumped over by Romer, taken by 40, sent over on 2 by 10, but dug out by Parker, but no one there to follow it up. Again, the miscommunication on the Newman side. They've had a couple of plays where people just get out of the way expecting someone else to get it. This serve into the net. That's definitely one of the tougher aspects of volleyball, is knowing where you're supposed to be when the ball flies in. You got to react to where the ball is, but you also got to react to where your teammates are. As now number 2, Callie Brown, back in, replacing Addie Gordon. Serve from Fede Lopez, taken by 40, sent over on 2, but they say that Francis Chet touched the net, and so that violation will give the point to Gann. 14-6. This serve, just long, good watch by Rupnik along the back line. She heard the cries of her teammates and her coach saying it was going out, and let it go. Now checking in, number 4, Vivian Strandberg, replacing Maddie Parker. The serve from Francis Chet, taken by 40, off the ceiling, bumped up by 18, and they could not bump it over. That's one of the unsung aspects of volleyball, is that the architecture of the gym's ceiling is going to play a role in things. Served by Francis Chet, diving, dig, sent over on 1, and Brown couldn't get a clean hit on that one, and Gann takes the point, 15-8. Substitution checking in for Newman, number 1, Charlotte Irwin, into the game, replacing Alice Francis Chet. This serve taken by Irwin, sent over on 2, but blocked right back by number 13. And another timeout called by the Cardinals, as Gann has jumped out to a 16-8 lead here in this one. Still a lot of volleyball left to be played. These matches are best of 5 sets, meaning the first team to reach 3-set wins the match. In order to win a set, you have to be the first to 25 points, win by 2. So if it becomes 24-24, then you have to get 26, and so on and so forth. So far, Gann firmly in control. The offensive stats I have recorded so far. For Gann, number 10 with 3 aces and 1 kill. Number 13 with 2 aces and a block. Number 6 with 1 kill. Number 2 and number 8 with 1 service ace each. For Newman, 1 kill each from Callie Brown, Ruby Romer, and Fede Lopez. Number 18 back on serve for Gann out of the timeout. That one taken by Lopez, tapped over on 2 by Romer, but dug out. Oh, but a miscommunication after it was taken by 10. Second kill of the day for Ruby Romer. Now Romer the serve, and that goes right through for a service ace. First ace of the day for the Cardinals. As she threaded the needle between the defenders that time. This serve off the side of the hands. It's back-to-back aces for Romer. Could this be the spark that Newman so badly needed? This serve taken by 40, sent over on 1, and miscommunication again. You know, it can be so tough when you're a frontline player. You're not expecting, you're thinking you're not supposed to get the first hit, but then one comes in shallow, it's right in your vicinity, and it throws off your rhythm. This serve taken by Irwin, followed up by Lopez, bumped over by Romer. Taken by 40, set by 10, punched over by 2, sliding dig by Romer, followed up, bumped over by Brown, cross court, sent back on 1, sent wide. So Callie Brown with her second kill, both of them on bumps, really. (17-12), the serve from Gordon, dug out by 40, bumped over on 2 by 13, taken by Gordon, set by Romer. Lopez, the spike, right to the back line for a kill. That's got to be the cleanest 3-hit sequence we've seen so far today. Perfectly executed. Great topspin spike to the back line for Lopez's second kill of the day. And that one went off the fingertips and just floats into the net. (18-13). Number 2 on serve for Gann. Serve taken by Lopez, set by Romer. Lopez couldn't get it over. We've seen this issue a couple of times for Newman where their spikers are just a little late running up to spike the ball, and so it comes in lower than they expect, and they send it right into the net. That serve from number 2 is long. 19-14, the Gann lead. They're just 6 points away from taking this first set. Newman trailing by 5. Parker and Francis Chet back into the game, replacing Strandberg and Irwin. And Parker on serve. This serve taken by 40, followed up by 10, punched over by 13, taken by Gordon, sit by Romer, bumped over by Rupnik, received by 2, bumped up by 10, pushed over by 13. And Romer the first hit, followed up by Parker, bumped over by Rupnik, and dug out by 2. Set by 10, spike by 8, sent back on 1 by Rupnik, sent over on 1 by 13. Taken by Gordon, set by Romer, spike Francis Chet. Strong rally there, and it ends with a point for Alice Francis Chet, her first kill of the day. Parker's serve received awkwardly by 6, chased down by 40, bumped over by 10, dug out by Gordon, bumped up by Romer, and Lopez couldn't get it over. Again, further out in front than she expected that time because, you know, they were just a little out of sequence there. But it is now 20-15, the Gann lead. '13 serve received by Gordon, followed up by Parker, bumped over by Romer, and Romer gets the bump kill. Newman has been struggling this set, but they've continued to fight and look for points wherever they can get them. Rupnik now on serve, received by 6, chased down by 10, off the ceiling, and they couldn't bump it over. Again, that architectural factor, as you can't see it too well with our current camera angle, but there's like some big pipes up there that sometimes the ball just bounces off of and it throws off the trajectory. Rupnik serve, sent over on 1 by 40, received by Rupnik, tap over on 2 by Romer, sent over on 1 by 18, taken by Lopez, set by Romer, spike Lopez, perfect. Newman finding a bit of a rhythm here with 3 unanswered points. They have cut this deficit down to 2. Fede Lopez with her 3rd kill of the set. Rupnik serve taken by 40, and miscommunication on the follow-up. And that'll be a service ace for Beatrice Poggy Rupnik, and Gann calls timeout. That's the same kind of miscommunication and confusion over where to be on the court that's been plaguing Newman for much of this first set, and it strikes Gann at perhaps the worst possible time, with Newman building some momentum. From the time they were down 16-8, they have outscored Gann 11-4, including 4 unanswered points since Gann made it 20-15. So this first set, which for a large chunk of it looked to be one-sided in Gann's favor, now looks like it could very well come down to the wire. But it's here in the late stages where things can get out of hand very fast. You don't have as many points to give. You know, you make an unforced error and it gets even more in your head. You feel, you know, rushed, impatient if your opponent starts to build a lead and you start making more mistakes. So this is the time to really buckle down and execute. Rupnik serve off the net cord for another ace. Clutch serving from Beatrice Poggy Rupnik, as 40 could not dig that out off the net cord. This serve sails long. So Gann does take back the lead at 21-20. But Newman firmly on their heels now, as number 8 goes on serve for the Heifers. Oh, what just happened there? Number 8 was really confused. Just tossed up the ball and then stopped. I'm not sure what she thought was going on there, but you can't toss the ball up and then just catch it without hitting it. That's just going to go as a fault. Serve Lopez. Could not be dug out. A service ace from Fede Lopez. Newman now 3 points away from taking the first set. Lopez's serve, another ace! Fede Lopez coming in clutch here at the late stages of the first set. And a timeout is called by Gann. Newman leading 23-21. The Cardinals on an 8-1 run here after being behind 20-15. And on a 15-6 run since they were down 16-8. Their biggest deficit in this set was 8 points. And now they stand on the cusp of a comeback set win, which could be a huge momentum establisher to start this match. It was strong serving that defined the dominant start for Gann Academy, and now the strong serving coming from the Cardinals. 4 aces from Newman in their last 5 serves, 2 each for Rupnik and Lopez. 23-21, here we go. Lopez's serve is dug out this time, bumped up by 40, pushed over by 10, taken by Lopez, set by Romer. Rupnik, long spike, and no one there to cover. Rupnik with her first kill of the day and a perfect time to get it, as Newman now has set point. Lopez, not an ace, but sent over on 2x2, and oh, a violation, they said. Francis Chet touched the net. We are not done yet here in the first set. Gann not backing down. They need just 2 points to send this into a deuce-type situation where a team would have to win by 2, but Newman still with set point. 6 on serve, taken by Lopez, and wasn't in a spot where they could chase it down, and this one is coming down to the wire. 24-23, still set point for Newman. Gann 1 point away from turning this into a deuce situation. Serve from 6, taken by Rupnik, close to the net, sent back, and could not be dug out as 18 ties it up with a kill. It is win by 2 now, 24 all. Serve off the net cord for an ace. 4 straight points from Gann Academy. Number 6 with her first ace of the day, and now Gann is serving for the set. Serve taken by Lopez, set by Romer, bumped over. by Brown, taken, chased down by 10, and 40 couldn't bump it over. And this tumultuous first set marches on. We are back to deuce at 25 all. Alice Francis-Chet going on serve for the Cardinals as Strandberg checks back in for Newman, replacing Parker. Francis-Chet the serve. It's taken awkwardly, followed up awkwardly. Can they get it over on 3? Yes, they can. 2 bumps it over. Received by Lopez, set by Romer, spike Strandberg, dug out by I think 8, followed up by 10, bumped over by 18, taken by Rupnik, set by Romer, Lopez, long spike, and it drops in! Fede Lopez living dangerously with that spike to the back line, but it drops in, and now Newman once again with set point. Francis-Chet the serve, taken by 40, followed up by 18, and bumped over by 10. Oh, miscommunication, and we're back to a tie again. Subbing back in is Charlotte Irwin. Serve from 18, flies wide, and Newman is back at set point. We've seen a number of set points here. Serving is Ruby Romer. Can Newman end this first set here? Serve Romer, taken by 6, followed up by 40, bumped over by 10. Lopez receives, set by Romer. The spike from Brown is taken, sent over on 1, pushed back on 1 by Brown. Callie Brown finishes! 28-26. Callie Brown with her 3rd kill of the set delivers the winner there. Boy, folks, are you excited to be watching Newman volleyball again? Because I know I am. What a first set. Gann jumps out to a huge 16-8 lead. Newman crawls their way back, ties it up at 20, and then jumps out to a 24-21 lead. 3 set points, but Gann gets them all back to tie it up at 24, and the two teams go back and forth several times, several set points battled back from, and it took until 28 for the Cardinals to finally prevail. Unofficial first set stats I have recorded: Fede Lopez with 4 kills and 2 aces for Newman. Ruby Romer, 3 kills and 2 aces. Beatrice Pogurupnik, 1 kill and 2 aces. Callie Brown with 3 kills, including the set winner. And Alice Francis-Chet with 1 kill. For Gann, I had number 10 with 3 aces and 1 kill. I had number 13 with 2 aces and 1 block. I had number 6 with 1 kill and 1 ace. I had number 2 and number 8 with 1 ace each, and I had number 18 with 1 kill. A thrilling first set, and we are just getting started here at the YMCA on Huntington Ave. As remember, it's first to 3 sets. So Newman still needs 2 more set wins to win the match. For Gann, they would need 3 more set wins. And now we will switch sides. So Newman will be on the far side now. Gann will be here on the near side. All right, so Newman gets the first serve now here in the second set. Ruby Romer on serve. Her serve is taken awkwardly by 6, chased down by 40, and number 7 couldn't quite get it over. Strong serving from Newman to start as they take the first point. And this serve into the net. Number 10, the serve dug out by Irwin, set by Romer. Spike Rupnik off the net cord for the kill. Great receive around the shoestrings by Charlotte Irwin to get that segment in motion, and then a great angle on the spike from Beatrice Poggy Rupnik for her second kill of the day. Now going on serve is Addie Gordon. This serve received by 6, sent over on 1, taken by Lopez, set by Romer. Lopez spikes it into the net. Wait, what's happening? Our Wi-Fi is cutting out. Number 2, the serve, it's received, bumped up by Gordon. Confusion, but Lopez swings it over, taken by 40, sent over on 2, and could not be dug out as number 10 gets the kill. I'm not sure what happened there in terms of our Wi-Fi, but it looks like we're okay now. That was just a brief cutout. Gann now with the 3-2 lead. Number 2, the serve through the hands of Irwin for an ace. Second ace of the day for number 2. As Gann now up 4-2. The serve received by Gordon, bumped up by Romer. Rupnik could not tap it over. There's a bit of confusion, as I don't think any of us heard a whistle there and we got confused, but that was a point to Gann as they go up 5-2. Serve flies long. Checking in. For the first time, we have number 12, Simona Patton, checking in for Newman. She comes in alongside Alice Francis Chet. Francis Chet on serve. This serve is received by 7. Sent over on 2 by 10. Nice diving dig by Lopez, set by Romer. Spike Rupnik is dug out by 40, set by 10, bumped over by 13. No, not over, as the ceiling interfered. Wait, we're still going. Wait, Gann got the point. Wait, are they saying that when it bounced off the ceiling that counted as the ball going back? That shouldn't. That should be a point to Newman because it hit the ceiling. Because it shouldn't be allowed to hit the ceiling when it's going over. It can hit the ceiling if it's staying on your side, but even in that case, it was the third hit. And they're going to do the point over. They've called it a mulligan. I think there was a bit of confusion because normally how it works is, like I said, it can hit the ceiling as long as it doesn't cross over. But when it hit the ceiling right at the midpoint and came back, which I think confused the issue. Francis Chet the serve, taken by 7, followed up by 40, and they could not get it over. So in the end, Newman does get the point. Gann's lead cut down to 1. Serve, Francis Chet, sent over on 1 by 40. Received by Gordon. Tapped over on 2 by Romer. Good reach by Ruby Romer there. The first hit was a little further out in front of her than she probably would have liked to try and set up one of her hitters, but she ends up getting the kill herself by just tapping it over. Francis Chet serve, taken by 7. Confusion on the follow-up. Another brief cutout there in terms of the Wi-Fi. What is going on? Usually the Wi-Fi is very good here at the Y. It's giving us some fits here in the second set. Serve, Francis Chet, taken by 13, over on 1, received by Lopez, followed up by Romer, and again, the second hit too far out in front, and Lopez not able to get it. So if there are any bad cutouts here, if it gets to be out of control and I'm not able to fix it, one nice thing is I'm recording this while I'm live streaming it, so I'll have a full recording I can upload if the Wi-Fi ends up being a big problem. Number 13, the serve could not be followed up after it was hit by Gordon, and that's going to be an ace for number 13. That is her 3rd of the day. This serve received by Gordon off the ceiling, but somehow followed up by Lopez, tapped over by Romer. Huge effort by Fede Lopez to keep that one alive, just barely. And then Romer gets her 5th kill. Serve Rupnik, sent over on 1 by 6. Received there by Sasha Corey and spiked down the line perfectly by Lopez. Beautiful shot over the head of the backline defender and inside the sideline. That serve misses wide. Ties us back up at 8. Number 6, the serve, received by Rupnik, but it's a chase, and they got a second hit, but not a third. Nine to 8, Gann leads here in the second set. This serve into the net, and we're tied up again. We got another tight battle here between Newman and Gann, except this time it's been tight from the outset, really. Biggest lead so far in this set has been about 3 points as Callie Brown checks back in. Lopez, the serve, taken by 40, set by 10, sent down by 18. Number 18 with her 2nd kill. Looks like Newman is trying to appeal. I think they're trying to say that number 18 cupped the ball. Like, there are certain ways that it's illegal to hit the ball, but the appeal unsuccessful. Number 7, the serve flies wide. Good read there along the back. Checking in for Newman, number 1, Charlotte Irwin. Replaces Simona Patton. Also checking in is Vivian Strandberg replacing Sasha Corey. Irwin's serve misses wide. Romer, Lopez couldn't get it over. (12-10), Gann leads. 40 the serve, and that's going to be an ace. And a timeout has been called by Newman as Gann has now matched the biggest lead anyone has had here in the second set. And you know what? I'm gonna try and hit the stop streaming button and then start again. See if that that we're having with the Wi-Fi. Hopefully this connection stays strong. 13-10, Gann leads here midway through the second set. Newman took the first set 28-26. Oh, and number 40 throw just didn't go where she wanted, and she tried to underhand it to make up for it and just missed it. Romer back on serve for Newman. Her serve received by 6, set by 10, punched over by 2, received by Lopez, set by Romer. Spike could not be sent over by Brown. Gann back up by 3. Number 10 going on serve. This one dug out by, I think Brown followed up. A battle at the net is won by 13. We'll call that her second block. This serve dug out by Lopez, sent over on 1, sent back on 1 by 6, and everyone got lost as 6 gets her second kill there. Serve from 10, received by Irwin, set by Romer. And it went over the net and landed wide of the sideline. That was clearly not what Romer was intending to do there, but just off the mark on the pass. 10 serve dug out by Brown, followed up by Romer, bumped over by Rupnik, received by 40, and could not be followed up, and so Newman gets the point there. Going on serve for the Cardinals now is Addie Gordon. This one is received by 7, followed up by 10, and number 6 couldn't get it over. Newman given a bit of a break with the past couple of points. Can they take advantage and start building some momentum late once again? Gordon's serve dug out by 2, but not really as it flies wide. That is an ace for Addie Gordon. The serve received awkwardly by 6, followed up by 10, punched over, received by Gordon, sent up and bumped over by Rupnik, kept alive, 7 takes it, then 10, spike 13, dug out by Gordon, followed up by Romer, spike Lopez, and Fede Lopez with the hammer to end that rally. Great improvisational hits from both sides to keep that rally going until finally Newman strung a clean one together. Great kill by Lopez. This serve shallow, sent over on 1, and it's back for a kill. Didn't quite see who got that one. I think it might have been number 2. Makes it 18-15. This serve received by Gordon, chased her. Gann strung a couple of hits together, so I don't think that, so I'm not qualifying that as a kill, but still a nice hit by Beatrice Poggi-Rupnik to get that one over. This serve is taken by 7, bumped up by 10. 7 sends it off the net court, and it just rolls over. Number 7 with her first kill. And I actually decided to amend my call stat keeping wise on that last hit by Rupnik. That was actually very well placed on that bump, so I think it's fair to give her the kill on that one. But right now, what's more important, the score, 19-16, Gann in the lead. Serve is taken by Lopez, followed up by Romer. Lopez couldn't quite punch it over. Timeout called by Newman. They trail 20-16 here in the second set. Very similar predicament to what they faced in the first set. They were able to complete the comeback that time. Unofficial stats I've got so far, I've got Newman's Fede Lopez with 6 kills and 2 aces, Ruby Romer with 5 kills and 2 aces, Beatrice Poggi-Rupnik with 3 kills and 2 aces, Callie Brown with 3 kills, Alice Francis Chit with 1 kill and 1 ace, and Addie Gordon with 1 ace. For Gann, I have number 13 with 3 aces and 2 blocks. Number 10, 2 kills, 3 aces. Number 6, 2 kills, 1 ace. Number 2, 2 aces, 1 kill. Number 18, 2 kills. Number 8 and number 40 with 1 ace each, and number 7 with 1 kill. Serve from 13 could not be received, and that's an ace. 4th ace of the day for number 13 as that just spun off the hands of Lopez. This serve flies just long. Good watch at the last second by the Newman back line. 21-17, and Newman will be trying to build some momentum off the serving from Beatrice Poggi-Rupnik. Serve received by 2, followed up by 40, and 2 could not quite bump it over. Lead is cut down to 3. And this serve off of the backboard. They couldn't quite get it over. Almost a nice heads-up hit by number 6 as it bounced off the basketball backboard, but they couldn't get the third hit, swung and missed. This serve, no question about that one, a clean ace for Beatrice Poggi-Rupnik. 3 unanswered service points. Gann unable to get it over on any of them. And even if I'm only technically tallying an ace on one of those 3, still just excellent serving from Rupnik, as Newman again coming back late in the set. They have cut the deficit down to 1, 21-20. And once again, as we enter the late stages of the set, it is anybody's game. And this is a huge juncture to be in right now. If Newman manages to pull this one out, they take a 2-0 lead, and they only need one more set win to take the match. But if Gann wins this one, then they tie it up at 1 apiece, and it's a whole new ball game. So a critical set of points coming up here. Out of the timeout, Rupnik back on serve. This serve, another ace from Rupnik. How about Beatrice Poggi-Rupnik? Her 4th ace of the day ties us up at 21. Rupnik serves, cannot be stopped. 3 consecutive aces for the Newman senior. This serve taken by 40, followed up by 10, and they're able to bump it over for the first time since Rupnik started serving. They set up for Lopez. Lopez cross-court spike taken by 40. Oh, it's going off the backboard, but read well by 10, and number 7 just couldn't get it over. Great defensive efforts by Gann on that one, but just missed on that one last swing. Another timeout called by Gann. And how about this momentum swing here? It was 21-16, 7 unanswered points for the Cardinals to now take a 23-21 lead, and they are 2 points away from taking this second set. But we did see last set when Newman got close to clinching it, that's when Gann started coming through with some big points and sent us into that deuce situation that dragged out all the way to a 28-26 final. But how about the power of the serving from Beatrice Poggi-Rupnik? Not just bringing her team back and tying it up, but taking the lead, and still on serve is Rupnik. 23-21. The serve, another ace. Set point for Rupnik and the Cardinals as the Newman senior collects her 6th ace of the match so far. This serve taken by 6, set over on 2, received by Rupnik, set by Romer, could not get it over the net. And I'm getting some deja vu here. Newman flips the script, goes up 24-21, but again, Gann survives 1 set point. Could they survive 2 more and send us into deuce once again? Serve from 6, received by Gordon, and followed up awkwardly by Patton, but bumped over by Lopez. 40 swings at it, 2 bumps it, bumped over by 18, received by Corey, set by Romer, Spike Lopez, received by 40, followed up by 10, pushed, just missed at the net by 18, and Newman takes it. A wild rally to finish the 2nd set, but once again, Newman comes through in the end. 25-22, the Cardinals take the 2nd frame, and now the home team 1 set away from finishing the match. Another thriller. What a day it has been here at the YMCA on Huntington Ave. What a thrilling back and forth contest. The 2-0 lead betrays what a thriller this has been so far. Unofficial stats for Newman so far: Beatrice Poggy Rupnik, 3 kills and a team-leading 6 aces, as she was like a winning poker hand towards the end of that 2nd set. All aces for the Newman senior. Fede Lopez with a strong 6 kills and 2 aces. Ruby Romer, 5 kills, 2 aces. Callie Brown still with 3 kills. Alice Francis Chet, 1 kill, 1 ace. And Addie Gordon with 1 ace. All right, the 2 teams lining up, having switched back to their original sides here in the 3rd set If Newman wins, this will be the final set. But if Gann wins, we keep going. Gann, the first to serve. Number 10 on serve for the visitors here. And here we go. This serve received awkwardly, could not be followed up, as number 10 opens with an ace that is her fourth. The serve, and they let it go, and it's another ace. Getting some deja vu back to the first set, as number 10 opened that setup with 3 consecutive aces. But that one she sends into the net. So instead of the 3-0 lead that Gann took in the first set, now it's 2-1. Addie Gordon checks in, replacing Callie Brown, and will go on serve. And just couldn't get that serve over. Score is 3-1. As Gann goes back on serve, it'll be number 2. The serve taken by Lopez, sent over on 2 by Romer, but dug out, bumped over on 2. They couldn't send it over on 2. They missed it wide. Good reach at the net by Ruby Romer. She may not get a kill for that one, but a great hit regardless. Number 15, Maddie Parker, checks in and will go on serve. Also coming in for the first time today, number 22, Laura Perry Johnson. Wait, what happened? Oh, are they saying that Newman got an illegal hit? Are they saying Romer's hit was... Okay, so 4-1. Yeah, they reversed it. I'm not sure what happened there, but they called some violation on Newman on that last point. Makes the score 4-1 in favor of Gann. Which means that Newman now has to undo the substitution, because the substitution only happened because Newman was switching on to serve because Newman had won the point. But now, because Gann won the point, Newman has to undo their subs and go back to the formation they were in before they ugh. Now this serve received by, I think, Irwin, set up for Lopez. Lopez missed it into the net. 5-1, and number 2 still on serve. This serve taken by Irwin over on 1, received awkwardly by 8, could not be followed up. Not just a solid service receive from Charlotte Irwin, but she actually ends up getting a kill for that one. Although ideally, in most situations, when you get the first hit, you don't want it to go over. But that time it works out for Newman. And now Parker goes on serve. Sent over on 1 by 2, received by Gordon, set by Romer. Again, too close to the net. And that will give the point to Gann. 6-2 the lead. Serve from 13, dug out by Gordon, set by Romer. Lopez the spike, received by 13, and they barely bump it over on 3. It's pushed back by Perry Johnson, but now they set up for 7, dug out by Parker wide. Number 7 gets her second kill of the day. Gann now leads by 5, 7-2. 13 the serve, received by Gordon, followed up by Lopez, bumped over by Romer, received by 13, bumped up by 10, and bumped over by 2. Taken by Parker, set by Romer. Rupnik the spike, received by 13 again, followed up by 2, bumped over by 10, now taken by Gordon, set by Romer. Rupnik spikes again, and it's dug out by 10, followed up by 18, bumped over by 13. Parker takes it, bumped up by Romer, and bumped over by Lopez. Received by 13, set by 10, 18 the spike, missed it wide. Sometimes all it takes is to stay in the point long enough for your opponent to make a mistake, and that's what Newman did there. Rupnik's serve, received by 40, bumped up by, I think, 8, and 18 missed the third hit wide. The Cardinals were able to build so much momentum in their comeback in the second set off the serving from Rupnik. Could they build that same momentum here? The serve sent wide. Can you believe it's another ace for Beatrice Poggi-Rupnik, her 7th? As that one floated just wide. This serve is received, chased down by 10. Number 8 sends it over, received by Gordon, set by Romer. Lopez taps it, dug out, sent over on 1 by 10, taken by Gordon, and Romer through traffic, couldn't quite send that one over. Eight to 5, Gann leads here in set number 3, as I believe number 2 is going on serve here. Received by Lopez, followed up by Romer, bumped over by Perry Johnson. Just wide. Both teams were getting ready to celebrate that one, but it was just wide of the line. And that serve into the net. 9 to 6. Lopez on serve. As Callie Brown checks back in, replacing Addie Gordon. Serve into the net. Number 7 going on serve for Gann. The serve over the net, somehow received and sent over on 1. 18 takes it, followed by 10, punched over by 2, received by Brown, set by Romer, spike Rupnik, 40, and then 8, but they could not follow it up, and Newman comes away with the point. All started by a heads-up reaction right at the net by Callie Brown, as that one just barely bounced off the net cord and onto Newman's side of the court. She kept that one alive and sent it over. And again, Newman stays in the point long enough to take it. Charlotte Irwin with the serve. It's taken by 2, bumped up by 10, punched over by 40. Taken by Rupnik, set by Romer. Rupnik the spike, received by 8, I think, bumped over now by 10. Received by Irwin, set by Romer, tap over by Brown, dug out, set by 10, spike 18, received by Francis Chet, set by Romer. They called an illegal hit on Newman and give the point to Gann. The serve, sent over on 1 by Rupnik, received by 2, sent over on 2 by 10, sent back by Brown, battle at the net, bumped over by Strandberg. Now punched over by 2, received by Brown, set by Romer. Brown, roll shot taken by 8, sent over on 2 by 13, now set up for Rupnik, a spike, received by 40, bumped up in the air, now a spike from 7, dug out by Irwin, chased down by Romer, tapped over by Brown, sent back on 1 by 10, received by Francis Chet, set by Romer. Strandberg the spike, dug out again. We're still going as 13 bumps it over. Received by Irwin, set by Romer. Rupnik the spike, deflected, dug out by 2. They couldn't get it over, it goes wide. An insane rally, and Newman comes out with the point. 11-8 as Romer back on serve for the Cardinals. Drops in on the back line for an ace. Make it 3 aces today for Ruby Romer. Long serve, and it's off the hands. Back-to-back aces for Romer. Cut that lead down to 1. This serve received by 40, bumped up by 10. 2, the roll shot taken by Irwin, bumped up by Romer. Brown the spike to the back corner. Cross court for the kill. Well hit by Callie Brown. The angle she sent this one, only one player in the vicinity, as the rest were all covering on that left side. Serve Romer, received by 40, bumped over on 2 by 13, received by Francis Chet, chased down by Romer, bumped over by Brown, sent back on 1 by 13, received by Irwin, set by Romer. Strandberg whiffed on that one. 12-11, Gann now leads. This serve received by Brown, bumped up by Romer, over on 2, and dug out by Rupnik, and they could not keep it alive. 13-11, Gann now leads off that one. The serve received by Francis Chet, set by Romer, bumped over by Brown, received by 7, set by 10, spike 2, received by Francis Chet, set by Romer. Oh, but Romer ran into the net, I think, or maybe they called for an illegal set again? Timeout called by Newman as they now trail by 3. So things still quite intense here in the third set. These two teams playing so even throughout this match. We got our first note in the live chat from Alice D. Walter saying, "Hold on, Newman, you got this." And I like the phrase "hold on" in this situation because this has really been a hold on to your hats kind of ball game here today with how close, how back and forth it's been. We've had a number of thrilling rallies. And really, so far, through the first 2 sets, Newman has only outscored Gann by 5 points through 2 set wins. Now trailing this set by 3, so the differential of all the points up to this point, Newman has only scored 2 more than Gann. That's how close this match has been. The serve is into the net. Newman catches a break off the short serve from 10, and Newman has had a knack for taking some of those gifts and using them to shift momentum as Gordon and Lopez come back in, replacing Brown and Francis Chet. Gordon goes on serve. Serve taken by 40, bumped up by 10, bumped over by 8. Received by Gordon, set by Romer. Rupnik the spike, cross-court dug out by 10, chased down by 40, and 10 bumps it over. Received by Irwin, set by Romer. Strandberg pushes it over, taken by 40, set by 10, punched over by 2, received by Gordon, set by Romer. Lopez sends it into the net. So 15-12 as number 2 goes on serve for Gann. Serve could not be dug out. That's an ace. Third ace of the day for number 2 as that one dropped in shorter than expected by the receiver. This serve comes in deep and it drops inside the back line. She goes shallow and then she goes deep for back-to-back aces as Gann now has a 5-point advantage, 17-12 here in the third set. This serve is received by Irwin, set by Romer. Spike Lopez, taken by 40, bumped up by 10. 40 tries to bump it over and can't. 17-13. And again, we see the momentum shifting back and forth between these two teams as Maddie Parker and Laura Perry Johnson come in, replacing Vivian Strandberg and Charlotte Irwin. Parker's serve into the net. Serve 13. Parker receives, chased down by Gordon, and bumped over by Romer. Dug out by 13. Over on 1, and nobody got it. Call that the first kill of the day for number 13 as a timeout is called by Newman. (19-13) Gann leads. They are 6 points away from taking this third set and keeping this match alive. Newman needs 6 points just to tie it up. You know, again, you can't count either team out at any given point just because of how big some of the momentum swings have been throughout this match. And Newman is going to have to dig deep once again if they want to finish the match here in this set. Trailing by 6 as we head into the late stages. Just waiting a second at the scorers table, I guess, or they're discussing something maybe where the players are supposed to be in the rotation. All right, now we're ready to go. 13 the serve off the net cord for an ace. Gann's now got 20 here in this set as number 13 picks up her 5th ace of this match. This serve barely dug out by Gordon, sent over on one, sent back on one, sent back over on one. And now it is bumped over by 2. Received by Parker, set by Romer Rupnik. The spike, just long. So 21-13, Gann leads here. 13 the serve. And that one was just wide. The serve off the fingertips of 40, another ace for Rupnik. Could this once again be the spark for Newman? This one barely dug out, but could not be followed up. Another ace. That is 9 by my unofficial count. 21-16, the score. That one into the net. (22-16). This serve into the net, though. Newman gets one back, but they're going to need some strong serving here to finish this comeback if they want to do it again. Brown back in, replacing Gordon. 22-17. Lopez, the serve, taken by 40, sent over on 1. Diving dig by Lopez, goes back over. Taken by 7, set by 10. Spike, cross court, and a kill for number 7. Wait. Oh, for a brief second, I thought they were calling it the other way, but nope, that is number 7's 3rd kill, I think. Not sure if it was 7 or 2, but for now I'm giving it to 7. 23-17. Serve from 7, just long. Newman getting another chance, but they are running out of room. They've got to get some service points, or they will not be able to come back in this set. Gann just 2 points away from taking the 3rd set here. It'll be Charlotte Irwin on serve for the Cardinals. That serve is received by 7, bumped up by 10, bumped over by 2. Taken by Lopez, sent over on 2 by Romer, received by 8, bumped up by 10, tap over 18, diving dig by Rupnik, sent over on 1, sent back on 1 by 18, sent back on 1 by Strandberg, sent back by 8, sent back by Brown, taken by 10, sent over on 2 by 40, received by Rupnik, set by Romer. Rupnik, the long spike, diving dig by 40, sent over on 2 by 18. Oh, and a violation on Gann. And Newman takes the point. This serve dug out by 8, set by 10. Roll shot 2, received by Brown, set by Romer. Roll shot Brown, received by 7, chased down by 10. Over on 2, taken by Irwin, set by Romer. Spike, Rupnik deflected, and another kill for Beatrice Poggy Rupnik. Newman cuts the lead down to 3. Four kills today now for Rupnik. This serve taken by 40, followed up by 7, bumped over by 2. No, it's off the ceiling, and this time they give the point to Newman for sending it off the ceiling on the 3rd hit. Would you believe the lead is down to 2? A timeout called by Gann. We've seen this 23-21 score in every set so far. The past 2 sets, it was Newman that held the 23-21 lead, with Gann trying to battle back. This time it's Newman trying to come back here in the very late stages of the set. Irwin's serve, received by 8, and a miscommunication. Charlotte Irwin gets her first ace off the benefit of some miscommunication from Gann, and now it's a 1-point set. This serve received by 2, bumped by 10, bumped over by 18, received by Irwin, set by Romer. Strandberg, the spike! Welcome to the Cardinals, Vivian Strandberg. A powerful kill out of the middle, and it ties us up at 23 apiece. This third set will be decided by 2 points. Irwin's serve taken by 40, bumped up by 10, over, and Romer couldn't get her hand on that one. And it is now set point for Gann. Third kill of the day for 10, and an awkward kind, and now number 40 serving for the set. Received by Rupnik, set by Romer, and it's tapped over by Brown, dug out, battle at the net, and it's won by Gann, and they take the set. Newman trying to argue that there was a violation. I think they were trying to argue that Gann reached over, but their appeal does not get through, and Gann does take the third set 25-23. So we are not done yet here at the YMCA on Huntington Avenue. 2-1. And with how close everything has been, I mean, you got to understand there are no guarantees. Yes, Newman went up 2-0, and that gave them a great chance to win. But now that Gann has prevailed in the third set, Gann is just 1 set win away from tying this one up. Newman is still in the driver's seat. 1 more set win, and they win the match. But if Gann wins the upcoming 4th set, then we go to a do-or-die 5th set. And unlike the first 4, if there's a 5th set, that will be 1st to 15 win by 2 instead of 1st to 25. All right, here we go. 2-1, Newman leads. But Gann, after a big set win, they're trying to make the comeback. It'll be Ruby Romer opening us up on serve here in the fourth set. Ooh, that one didn't come off her hand correctly there. And so Gann takes the first point of the fourth set. Number 10 serve, dug out, not dug out, it's wide off the return. Sixth ace of the day for number 10. That serve couldn't be dug out either. Back-to-back aces from number 10. That makes 7 for the match now. This serve received by Lopez, set by Romer, punched over by Brown, received by 10, bumped up in the air by 6, and they couldn't get a third hit as that one bounced off the pipes. Threw off the trajectory there, and Newman is on the board. Checking in for Newman is Addie Gordon, who will go on serve. Gordon's serve taken by 6, sent on 1, blocked by 13, sent back by Romer, and it drops in! What a zany play right there. Great reaction to the block by 13, and then it drops inside the sideline as Romer collects her 6th kill. Gordon's serve, well short. Number 2, the serve off the net cord for an ace. 5th ace of the day for Gann's number 2. That serve drops in the back corner for another ace. Make it 6 aces now for number 2. The serve is received by Gordon, followed up by Romer, punched over by Lopez, cross court, drops in for the kill. 7th kill for Fede Lopez. She went without a single kill in the 3rd set, but now back on the board with that one as number 15, Madeline Parker, and number 14, Alice Francis check in. Parker on serve. Serve received by 40, bumped off the net, and it's bumped over by 7, received by Lopez, set by Romer. Rupnik, the spike deflected, taken by 40. Awkwardly followed up by 2 and bumped over by 6. Received by Parker, set by Romer. Rupnik, the roll shot, and off the fingertips of 40, could not be followed up. Rupnik with a rainbow shot to the back corner there, and it just went off the fingertips as Rupnik gets her 5th kill. Parker's serve is long. Seven to 4, Gann's lead now as number 18 checks in. Number 13 on serve. And her serve into the net. Now Rupnik on serve for the Cardinals as they currently trail by 2. This serve sent over on 1 by 2, sent back on 1 by Romer, sent back on 1 by 10, received by Romer, bumped up by Francis Chet, and Romer whiffs on the spike that time. And Gann goes back up by 3. Number 6 with the serve, and it's an ace. Second ace of the day for number 6. That serve dug out by Parker, set by Romer. Lopez just bumps it over, taken by 6, set by 10, spike 18, received by Gordon, over on 1, back by 18. Taken by Francis Chet, bumped up by Romer, tap over by Lopez, could not be blocked as Lopez gets the kill. It was being pushed back and forth. Both teams with a sequence of on-1 hits there. And then Lopez just barely gets that one through for the kill and now goes on serve. And that serve drops in nicely for an ace. Third ace of the day for Lopez. That serve the other way, taken by 2, set by 10, punched over by 7, dug out by Lopez, and sent on 2 by Romer. Brilliant redirection by Ruby Romer for her 7th kill. You could see the blockers were getting ready, following the trajectory of Lopez's first hit, and then Romer just spiked it the other way. This serve taken by 40, bumped up by 18, and sent over by 10. Received by Lopez, set by Romer. Spike Brown, diving dig by 40, sent over on 2. Received off the net, and they can't get it over. (10 to 8), the Gann lead. Number 7 on serve. Received by Parker. Bumped up by Romer, and Brown couldn't get it over. Newman's had a little bit of a problem with some of those passes being just a little too close to the net. Serve from 7. And it goes, it drops in. The official who was closer appeared to say it was long, but he's overruled by the head official. And that's an ace for number 7. This serve received by Lopez, tapped down by 18. That one just a little too close to the net. Third kill of the day for number 18. It's a 13 to 8 lead for Gann here in set number 4 as Newman calls the timeout. So once again, Newman is going to have to battle from behind if they want to take this set. Their main struggles today have been on the service receive and on some misplaced passes that were just a little too close to the net. Out of the timeout, number 7 back on serve. Dug out by Lopez, but sent wide. It's another ace for number 7, her second. Now this serve taken by Rupnik, set by Romer. Francis Chet taps it over, received by 2, set by 10, spike 2, deflected, dug out by Lopez, and Romer tried to go cross court but didn't have the room for it as she misses well wide. 15-8, the Gann lead. This serve taken by Parker, sent over on 2 by Romer, taken by 6, set by 10. Roll shot 2, received by Brown, and now set up for Brown. Cross-court spike is dug out by 7, followed up by 40, bumped over by 6. Received by Rupnik, bumped up by Romer. Rupnik, the spike blocked back by 18. Number 18 with the block, and now it's a 16-8 lead. And the serve goes long. Newman gets a bit of a break there. Can they turn it around? Alice Francis Chet on serve. Subbing in for Newman, number 4, Vivian Strandberg, replacing Madeline Parker. Serve from 40 to 6, bumped over by 10, and it goes wide. Francis Chet's serve is sent over on 1 by 40, received by Lopez, sent over on 2 by Romer, and Romer gets the kill. Newman starting to build up some momentum here as Romer, with the awkward side hit there, does come through with her 8th kill of the day. This serve sent over on 1 by 40, received by Rupnik, and it went off the pole, and that gives the point to Gann. Newman trying to argue it went off the net and wasn't high enough to go off the pole. And it looks like we're actually going to have an official discussion here. So now we got a sub checking in. Charlotte Irwin back in, replacing Francis Chet. Serve from 40, taken by Lopez, over on 1, tapped back down by 13. There's some kind of question about something. And they do give the point to Gann. And a timeout now called by Newman as they trail by 7. Unofficial stats so far. For Newman, I have Beatrice Poggi-Rupnik with 9 service aces and 5 kills. Ruby Romer with 8 kills and 4 aces. Fede Lopez with 8 kills and 3 aces. Callie Brown, 4 kills. Charlotte Irwin and Alice Francis Chet with 1 kill and 1 ace each. Vivian Strandberg with 1 kill and Addie Gordon with 1 ace. For Gann, I have number 10 with 7 aces and 3 kills. Number 13 with 2 kills, 5 aces, and 2 blocks. Number 7 with 3 kills and 2 aces. Number 6 with 2 kills and 2 aces. Number 18 with 3 kills and 1 block. And number 2 with 1 kill and 6 aces. And then numbers 8 and 40 with 1 ace each. 18-11. Serve from 40, received by Irwin, set by Romer. Spike Brown was blocked, recovered by Strandberg, recovered by 10. Oh, but the double hit. Great efforts, particularly by Brown and Strandberg, to keep the point alive and just barely get it over. 18-12, Romer back on serve. Serve received by 40, sent over on 1. Taken by Irwin, set by Romer. Roll shot, Rupnik, perfectly placed. Six kills now for Beatrice Poggi-Rupnik. This serve is taken, followed up by 10, pushed over by 13, and again, the confusion on who was supposed to take the ball comes back to haunt Newman as Gann takes the point there, goes back on serve, 19-13. Number 10 on serve, received by Irwin, bumped up by Lopez, bumped over by Rupnik, received by 40, bumped up by 10, spike 13, dug out by Irwin, followed up by Romer. Brown the spike, taken by 40, sent over on 2 by 13, illegal hit on 13, and Newman gets the point. 19-14. Subbing in for Newman is Addie Gordon, who will go on serve. And Newman needs to string some service points together if they want to get back in this one before it's too late. Serve taken by 40 and miscommunication on the second hit. 19-15. That serve is short. Again, Newman able to get some points, able to make some back and forth, but they've got to find the momentum and get a string of points together. Number 2, the serve, and that one well short. 20-16. Can Newman take advantage of this one as Parker and Francis Chet check back into the game, replacing Brown and Irwin? Parker on serve. The serve received by 13, followed up awkwardly by 6, and bumped over by 2. Received by Parker, set by Romer, tap over by Rupnik. Beautifully placed, just dodging around the pole as Rupnik gets her 7th kill. Parker's serve drops on the sideline for an ace. First ace of the day for Parker, and it comes at a critical moment. Serve this time, same spot, same result. It's hit off the wall, back-to-back aces. Clutch serving from the senior Madeline Parker. As once again, Newman giving Gann a fight. 20-19 the score. And meanwhile, over on the Newman bench, it looks like number 1, Charlotte Irwin, has hurt her ankle. Now, she wasn't out for that play, so I don't know if maybe she just stepped wrong while they were celebrating that point or something, or looks like they're trying to readjust her shoe or something, so I don't know quite what happened. Hopefully she is okay as we continue with what has been an intense, close-fought match. 20-19, Gann leads here in the 4th set. Parker back on serve out of the timeout. This serve is barely dug out by 7, followed up by 2, bumped over by 40, just wide, and we're tied. A gutsy watch near the sideline by the Newman players, but it does go wide, and we're evened up at 20 apiece. Oh, and looks like a violation on Newman. They might have been out of rotation. Maybe a player in the wrong spot or something. 13 on serve, sails long. That's a big break for Newman. Number 13 has been lethal with her serve all match long. Now tied at 21. Serve, Rupnik, another ace. Newman has the exact player they want serving in this clutch situation as Beatrice Poggy Rupnik collects her 10th ace of the day. This serve taken by 40, sent over on 1, and miscommunication. As number 40 gets the 1-hit kill there, ties us up at 22. This set, like each set before, is coming down to the wire. Number 6 on serve for Gann. This one received by Parker, followed up awkwardly by Romer and bumped over by Gordon. Received by 40, followed up by 10. Punched over by 7, received by Parker, followed up by Romer, punched over by Lopez, taken by 6 over on 1, received by Romer, set by Parker, pushed over by Romer, illegal hit. They call the illegal double hit there on Romer. And Gann now 2 points away from forcing a 5th set. Looks like Newman is appealing the call again. Okay, looks like they were just clarifying on which hit was the double hit. 23-22. Serve from 6. And it drops in the back line. Gann has set point. Number 6 with her 3rd ace. One more point for Gann, and we go to a do-or-die 5th set. Serve into the net. (24-23). Fede Lopez going on serve. Callie Brown checking back in for Newman. The Cardinals trying to force a deuce situation here. Lopez's serve is an ace. And that one ties us up at 24. We are in a deuce situation. 4th ace of the day for Lopez as she goes back on serve. Taken by 40 and bumped over by 18. Lopez takes it, bumped up by Romer. Brown the spike, received by 40. Bumped up by 18, punched over by 7, received by Lopez. Bumped up by Parker, bumped over by Romer, received by 2. Bumped up by 10. 7 the spike. Rupnik receives it, chased down by Lopez. Bumped over by Romer, taken by 2. Bumped up awkwardly by 10. 40 sends it over, received by Parker. Followed up by Romer, bumped over by Brown. Taken by 40, set by 10. Spike 7, received by Lopez. Set by Romer. Lopez the spike, perfectly threads the needle. Newman now with match point as a timeout is called. Beautifully placed to the near sideline. Fede Lopez records her 9th kill of the day. And with a 25-24 score, Newman is 1 point away from winning this thrilling match. However, Gann is just 1 point away from sending us back to deuce. Fede Lopez coming off that huge kill, now serving for the match. Received by 40, set by 7, and 18 whiffs on it, and Newman takes it. The Cardinals survive the comeback bid. And in a match where no team won a set by more than 3 points, and 3 of the 4 sets were won by just 2 points, the smallest margin possible. In an absolute thriller, the Newman Cardinals defeat Gann Academy 3-1 with set scores of 28-26, 25-22, 23-25, and 26-24. And ladies and gentlemen, I bid you take your hat off to both teams here today, because this one was an absolute treat to watch. From start to finish, it was anybody's match. The incredible momentum swings, the down-to-the-wire finishes. I mean, it really speaks for itself. I almost don't even have to say anything. You guys saw it. That was an incredible match. Alice D. Walter adding one more note in the live chat saying, "Yeah, Newman," with a game over emoji. I didn't know that one existed. They've put some creative ones here on YouTube. Final unofficial stats for the match. Again, this is just my own personal counts. I had Beatrice Poggy Rupnik with a match-leading 10 service aces to go with 7 kills. Fede Lopez with 9 kills and 4 aces. Ruby Romer with 8 kills and 4 aces. Callie Brown with 4 kills. Madeline Parker with 2 aces. 2 very clutch aces there in that fourth and final set. Charlotte Irwin and Alice Francis Chet with 1 kill and 1 ace each, and it looks like Irwin is okay after getting looked at briefly. 1 kill for Vivian Strandberg and 1 ace for Addie Gordon. For Gann, I had number 10 with a team leading 7 aces to go with 3 kills. Number 2 had 6 aces and 1 kill. Number 13 had 5 aces, 2 kills, and 2 blocks. Number 7 had 3 kills and 2 aces. Number 6 had 2 kills and 3 aces. Number 18 had 3 kills and 1 block. Number 40 had 1 kill and 1 ace. And number 8 had 1 ace. Well, that one was awesome. Thank you all so much for tuning in today. I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. Remember, if you enjoyed this live stream, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel to stay up to date on all my upcoming live streams. We got one more Newman girls volleyball match. I think I made a bit of a mistake there. Whoops. Tried to open another tab. Shouldn't have done that. Messed with the Wi-Fi. Anyway, we got one more Newman girls volleyball match. I don't think it's until late October, as I've got a lot of senior day games on the docket. But we do have 5 more total Newman games on the docket for this fall regular season. 2 each for boys and girls soccer, and then, like I said, 1 more for girls volleyball. This will include the senior day games for all 3 teams, so be sure to stay tuned for those. Subscribe to the channel can help. If there's anything you'd like to say after the live stream is concluded, you can say it in the comment section down below. Also, go down below to the description section of the video where you can find some information about me that you can also see in the bottom right corner of your screen. My personal website, jessesports.com, where you can find out more about me, the freelance sports broadcasting services that I provide for various teams, and how you can commission those services for your favorite team. Or if you want to skip past all that, you can just contact me directly through email with any questions or requests you may have. And you can also follow me on social media, on Instagram and Facebook, where I post highlights from previous live streams and the links to upcoming live streams. But for this live stream, that's going to do it. Final score, Newman 3, Gann 1. Set scores 28-26, 25-22, 23-25, 26-24. From the YMCA on Huntington Avenue in Boston, Massachusetts, I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. Thank you all for watching, and have a good night.